What's up, everybody? It's your boy Carlos, and you're listening to another episode of Another Round Podcast. Podcast that brings you raw entertainment, no filters, no boundaries, and no excuses. It's been a month, but we're back. We spent a good weekend in AC about a week or 2 weeks ago. I don't even know what day it is, but
about a week ago. Fuck with us in a week.
All right. Well, with that being said, fellas, how'd you guys enjoy AC? Well, first of all, how you guys doing?
You want to go first?
Sure. I'm doing good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I've been on my grind, on my gym grind lately. You guys probably can't tell, but I'm gonna give you guys like
I still can't tell.
You can't tell?
No.
That's fine. But in like about a month or so, I'm gonna come here with a tight shirt, extra small,
Medium.
So everybody, the fans and everything, everybody, our watchers can see like the difference. And I have pictures. I took a picture like about a month ago before I actually started working out. And then I'm going to give you guys, and this guy is laughing, but when he sees that I'm ripped and I have these shredded arms, and then you ask me, yo, can you teach me?
Never.
No. Yeah.
Can you teach me?
I'm not going to, I'm going to charge you.
Never.
I'm going to charge you. And I'm not giving you a friend's discount either.
God damn.
Rock hard, solid.
What's up, Jim? You go to the gym too?
All day.
How you feeling?
Feeling fucking great. Spectacular. Pull up that bench press. Let me start benching right now.
Jimmy benches 15 pounds.
Never. Nah, man, I'm feeling good. Like the guy said, we came back
The
from
guy?
AC. Like the guys said.
The guy said.
We just came back from AC 2 weeks ago. So that was a great time. Really, really great time. So I'm excited. I'm excited that we're back. It's been a month, but let's make sure we keep this rolling. I know a lot of people have been asking us, you know, what's the layoff and stuff, but you know, we apologize for that, and we just give our word that from going forward, it's gonna be more of a repetitive every weekend type of deal. But I'm excited.
But so I wanted to ask you guys, what was the best part of the weekend when we went to AC?
The money we won.
The dinner.
That shit was amazing.
Talk about that. Talk about that.
It was crazy because what we do the first night we went to, so the plan was that we were gonna go to Harrah's. There was like there's like this little nightclub in Harrah's, right? So we got to AC. We got there early. The guys wanted to go early. By 12, they wanted to head out. I don't know what's wrong with them, but we headed out.
We got there
early.
at 4.
We got there at 4.
You drive like
to
a
the
snail.
hood, the most hood spot. That's where we stay, in the basement of somebody's grandma's house.
She was still cleaning while we walked in.
This shit was
still there.
I was like, I hope. And then I didn't know where the fuck she disappeared to. I was checking all the doors in the closets to make sure she actually left. But no, it was dope. So we ended up in Harrah's. There's this one lady. We kept playing her table, and I kept betting my money on black. It kept hitting, and I ended up the first night going up like about $900, and then the second day. We go back. We didn't go there. We ended up going to a different casino because we wanted to put some bets in and try different casinos and gamble and stuff like that. I lost all my money there. And then that second night when we went back to Harrah's, I won all my money back plus an extra like $700. So I ended up making a profit of maybe like about $1,000 that weekend. And that's like after all my expenses. So it was dope. It was a good time. That's my highlight. Aside from hanging out with the boys, it's always a movie when we hang out. You know, a lot of drinking, a lot of talking shit. It was a good time. We were supposed to see Tyson, and this guy fucking dipped on us.
Yo,
That's your fault.
So pissed.
That's your fault. But you know,
Fucking asshole.
I don't
you,
take the
Jim?
blame. I had a great time. I had a really, really good time. Apart from the gambling, you know, we did have a lot of good meals. You know, we had that good taco spot that me and you had.
Oh my god,
I thought that was really good.
Where was I?
You went to go have
You were
the
indisposed.
the ham and cheese you got a sandwich.
Oh yeah.
And then
I'm
you
a
know,
man.
as you guys know, if you guys been watching our episodes before the trip, we went to the Gordon Ramsay Steakhouse. A little disappointing at first as a fan. I mean, I didn't like that, you know, the winner wasn't there. And then
Jim's
the food
fanboy. We weren't there for the food.
The food was amazing. I loved the food.
was
That ranch sauce or whatever that they had that was delicious. The steak that we had was amazing. The food was great.
Jim, how long was the reservation for? Like, how long did it take? Like how long far in advance did you have to make that reservation?
I did it maybe like, I don't know, like a month ago, month and a half before we went, because right when we decided to go, I did the reservation. I had to make some changes, with the party count, but it was great. I strongly recommend. The food was delicious.
And mind you, Jimmy was trying to still sell us on going to this restaurant. Every day he's sending us stuff.
He booked it at the same time as a UFC.
I mean, I did not know.
Yeah, come on. The main reason we go is to watch the fight. We make our bets and all that. But guess what? He wants to make reservations at the time that the main event goes on.
Nobody knew.
So
We
we're
were
there
in a fancy
in dinner.
restaurant streaming the fight.
Nobody knew that they were gonna fight at 6:00 in the afternoon. Nobody.
You
knew
didn't
that.
know.
Exactly. I didn't.
You made dinner plans. You gotta know.
Exactly. I made the dinner plans early. All of you got. Nobody here decided to. Hey, let's look what time the UFC for. Everybody assumed that it was the normal 10:00 time. And then we're there and we're finding out the fight's going on. But you know what? In a way, it kind of worked to our favor because we were able to enjoy the night even better. We weren't stuck to let's watch UFC till 12:00 and then try to figure out what we're gonna do. So we did go to Harrah's. We did have an opportunity to see Mike Tyson leave Harrah's because Darius was dress code inappropriate. But because of that, I was able to win my money back and win more playing roulette because I was down, man. I was down a lot. And because he went to go home and change, we went to the roulette table.
I was gonna stay at home too. I thought about it. I was like, that would kind of be fucked up if I just stay.
That would be fucked up.
It would
have,
have,
right? I was like, these guys probably won't talk.
Yo, we were really thinking about it because he kept calling you, and you didn't pick up.
I'm like,
Yeah, because I was putting bets in.
This guy's sleeping. But I had a great time and won a roulette. Made my money back and more. So
it was dope. It was just crazy because it was like there was certain tables that we'd go to, and it was just like consistently we'd put our money on black.
And you were following her too, from table to table to table.
I think she was getting mad at one point because I wasn't tipping her after I won. But then at one point I was like, listen, if I hit this, I'm giving you $75. I hit it. I gave her money, and then she was happy as hell. And I think she was so happy with that money that the next time we came around, she was on coke or some shit. Because she was bugging out. I was like,
you guys ready? You guys ready to make the bet? Let's
like,
make the bet right now. What do you want to go? We're going to play right here. We're going to go right here. Then you're going to go. No more bets. Okay, good, perfect. Okay. Like that, like just quick. And she was always like,
yeah, no, she was definitely fucked up. She was fucked up on something. But I guess you could get fucked up on shit because roulette is probably the easiest to like.
You really got to do anything, yeah.
But like counting the money is like, I feel like you got to know what the fuck you're paying out, but that's really it.
So how fucked up is it that we were like, oh, and shout out to George that met us in AC and hanged out for us for the night. So shout out to you. But like how fucked up was it, right? That, they say, oh, Mike Tyson's coming, whatever. And we're like, all right, dope, cool, let's do it. Bro, what was it, like $40 a ticket?
Yeah, it was double the ticket.
As it was, what, Friday?
Yeah, it was like $25 a ticket Friday, and then it was like $40, and we're waiting to get in, and the guy is just walking.
So we're in line waiting to go in to go see Mike Tyson, and all we hear is the door in the back open up, everybody screaming. Mike Tyson just walks right behind us.
And it's funny because somebody that was on the line's like, yo, why is Mike Tyson leaving? He's like, you go stop him.
Yeah, the manager was like, that's Mike Tyson. What are you going to say?
What do you want me to do about that?
You're right.
He just went to get his back end. Like they gave him they probably send him a check. He was like, all you got to do is show up, get the rest of your money. He went there. He got flown over because ain't nobody going to Atlantic City. Like he went over there, got his money, probably said hi to everybody, and dipped. I don't blame him.
So are we just going to ignore the fact that the first night we went to Harrah's, we thought we were in there for gay night?
Yeah, that shit was pretty.
Are we just going to ignore that?
No, we
fact?
didn't think that we were in there for gay night because that wasn't the plan.
No. Like once we were in there, I was like,
you got to make sure that you.
No. All right. So like we get to Harrah's and we got there like pretty early, right? Like around 10 o'clock we got there.
We got there like at 11. No, we got there at 10. We got there at 10, and then we went to go gamble, and then went back inside.
No, we didn't leave Harrah's when we went in there the first time.
No, we never did. I'm saying we went to go gamble and then went to the pool.
Yeah.
We got to Harrah's, went to gamble, and then went to the pool. So we got to Harrah's like at 10, but we didn't go inside till like 11.
Okay. So when we went into the pool after dark, and we're at the bar, and there's just something odd where every club,
even the music was odd.
even every club you kind of you there's always a more female to male ratio, right? Because I mean, if you come to think about it, there's always females going out with their girls and stuff like that, and we're there, we're by the bar, and I'm just there's just some, I'm looking around. I'm the type of person I want to look around, I want to make sure I don't see anything fishy and something, and I just noticed that there's just a lot more men than females. And then I'm like, all right, whatever. I mean, I'm not there to get anything. I'm there to have fun, have fun with the boys. And then I just start to see like couples, like male couples. So like 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm like, wait, like, and then the music.
Spidey senses were tingling.
And I'm like, what's going on here? And then the music, it's like
this feels so familiar.
It was like KTU music was on fucking replay at the
Yeah, what's wrong with KTU?
But
bro?
KTU be playing some sus music.
Jimmy had his little
glow
in the dark
sticks.
sticks with his shirt off.
And I'm like, bro, is this gay night? Like, I'm looking online. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, eventually down the near a couple hours, I think like an hour passed by, and then the music started getting better. And
Yeah, because we even did a lap around the pool. I mean, if you've
Like
been
3 times.
to the pool after dark, we went like around the lap and we're like, okay. Then we wait for like an hour. We go back to the bar. Darius is going to the bathroom like 30 times.
Yeah, I had the shit. It was pretty bad.
And then we did another lap and we're like, yo, something's off. Like, this just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And then luckily, like 45 minutes later, then we're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, you saw a normal crowd coming.
But we were a little worried though. Yo, let's hold on. But you want to bring that up. So let's talk about how you wanted to play the Uber guy. When you told him, hey, I'll give you $20 to go to McDonald's. And wanted to give him a 5.
I never said 20. But
Darius,
I mean,
what do you say?
He did offer 20.
well, I mean, what did I give him? I gave him 5.
No, you're like, he gets the 5. He's like, here, boss, for your troubles.
The guy got
I
mad.
see the $5 bill from like this corner of my eye, and I'm like, no, he's not. No fucking.
The guy got mad because he said you offered 20. You cheap bastard.
It's
and then
alright.
we had to pay the rest.
Nah.
Yes, we did. We had to pay the rest.
Yeah.
We paid it.
Really?
Yeah, we felt
you
bad.
How you offer 20?
I don't think
To
I
go-
offered 20, bro.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody except you, remember.
Because we were gonna Uber eat, and then you're like, yo, I'll give you $20 if you just take us to McDonald's.
Well, I mean, it was the alcohol talking, I guess. But he took us to McDonald's. We got our food,
Mhm.
and then we woke up for the next day, ready to go again. Fucking batteries charged, and we didn't even have breakfast, right?
No,
Right?
we went from like late dinner to like early lunch.
Yeah, because we had the tacos. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I regret that we didn't do was like during Oceans, they had like those beer buckets. I think we could have like taken a step back from the gambling a little bit during just like that little stretch, and then like watch the college games and stuff, and then just drink a little bit there.
Mhm.
That's the only thing I regret doing, especially that stupid fucking super spin wheel that hit super spin, and it was always $20. I think we
That
wasted
was
a
the
lot of time
present
there.
though.
But it's fun. It's always new experiences.
So Jim, when we sat down before this, you mentioned something about a sex refresher. You want to get into that?
Yeah. So I was on Twitter, and I saw this, and I thought this.
You're on
would be-
Twitter? Well, give
Yeah,
the
yeah.
audience your Twitter.
Bro, I don't know. It's like Jim
You don't know your
whatever.
Twitter?
Yeah, I don't post anything. I only reply to him when he posts stuff, and I see his thing, and I be replying.
Because I'm a great tweet.
But I saw this thing, and I was like, this can be a great talking point. So there was a conversation of like when you're in the moment, right? When you're having some sexual relations with your partner, and as a male, we get to a point where when we get to our climax point,
Mhm.
we're like, a
Not
part of
yet.
us is like, yeah, like I'm ready, but like you don't want to come just yet, because it might be too early. You feel like you can go more, you want to enjoy more. So what is a trick that you can use to kind of like, dial it back a notch?
Mhm.
And I saw the thing on Twitter that somebody put, I think about dead dogs and grandma's sex. And I'm like, yo, that shit is kind of crazy. Because, like, you think about it, it's like, that's the ultimate turnoff. Like, you're there, you're enjoying it. It's you know, you're going
your
full
mind
speed.
off, but not like to be like, yo, but like, why the fuck are you even thinking that, though?
I mean, that's what he put. I mean, and so, like, I come to think of it, like, what do you, like me, sometimes I'll put a TV show. And then, like, when it gets to the point, then I'll be like, all right.
You fuck with the TV on?
And then, yeah. I fuck with the TV.
You go to sleep with the TV on?
Yeah. I do.
I can't even have a TV in my room, so I don't know how that feels.
Yeah, I put a timer on.
Damn.
I put a timer on, like, and then sometimes, like, I'll be getting into that deep sleep, listening to the TV, like, sleeping.
And then Angie turns it off.
And
you're
then
like,
I'm up.
awake.
Yup. And I'm like, yo, I'm listening. She's like, you're not even watching.
You're
but,
snoring loud as hell.
yeah. But yeah, that's one of my tricks. I'll be, put a TV show, do a little quick glimpse, get a little catch a storyline. All right, I'm ready to go again. And so
Jimmy's watching Brokeback Mountain on the TV.
yeah, I've never watched that movie. But what do you guys? Do you guys have any tricks?
I mean, I
Any
just
hidden
think
talents?
about sports, or I think about how we lost the Super Bowl.
This
And
guy
I
gets
really-
depressed.
That doesn't-
Yo,
This guy gets
that-
depressed.
nah,
know,
bro.
right?
Like, I just gotta. Not because sometimes like I just want to go and do it and go to bed.
This guy thinks about, damn, Jalen Hurts' view
Yo, we were like-
on chasing Kelsey. He's like, why
We
can't
were
that
so
be me?
close. We were so close. Nah, I just start thinking about sports and shit like that. Like,
That's how you calm your nerves?
yeah. What about you?
Are you good?
Well, I don't have an issue with that because I have a big dick and I can go for days. Nah, I'm kidding. With me, it depends. So, like, it depends. If I haven't fucked for a minute and I know, like, usually if I don't fuck for a minute, I know I'm gonna come quick. And it really depends on how sometimes you ever fucking and, like, as you get older, like, you kind of have to, like, I don't know if you guys get this feeling, but you could, like, kind of, like, push, like, get your dick a little bit harder, like, you give it that little extra, like, oomph. When you do that, it's like, yo, and then when your girl's loving it, it's like, then you get more excited and then you fuck up and then
You fuck up.
so you can't. So, but then when you do that, like, they love it because your dick's harder. Like, it's like, and they be feeling it and shit like that. So sometimes what I do is, like, if I feel like it might be too early, like, I'm like 45 seconds in, I'm like, shit, I'm about to come around. It's happened. I'm not even gonna lie. Ain't no way you guys are gonna cap right now and say that you guys have never been 45 seconds in and about to
Never.
bust a nut.
I'd say about
45
35.
minutes. Never 45 seconds, buddy. Probably like 5 minutes. Yeah, but not.
No, I've been 45 seconds
straight.
in and I'm already
Especially if
about to
I'm
nut.
excited.
Yeah, I've been excited, and I'm about to nut. So what I'll do is
Jimmy goes into like another day in the office.
what I'll do is two things. I'll either pull my dick out and start eating the box again, something like
You
that.
are nasty.
Yeah, I'm nasty. I'm a nasty. I told you guys I'm a nasty nigga. Like, I'll start eating, bro. I get nasty in the bed, bro.
I don't know what that is, but I'll lick it anyway.
I'll slimy and shit. I'll get in there, or I'll just I'll start thinking about, like, stupid shit, like I'll just think about, like, it's kind of fucked up, but I start thinking about my family, somebody in my family like passing away, and I just start feeling bad, and then yeah, bro. Or
This guy's like, damn.
like, and then it's like
What if this
it
happens?
gets too deep, and then my wife, she's like, yo, what's going on?
You're there wiping.
You're thinking about dead people? Oh, you know what works? If you're about to bust, I saw this video, right? Not a video, because that should be weird.
You saw a video though?
No, but it's like, basically, like, if you're about to bust, your balls kind of like pull up into your, like, they kind of like shoot up, like, to you. Like, if you pull them down, you could kind of pull them down and, like, give them a little rest, and that kind of helps out too. Because one time I bought this, like, little thing that you put on your balls to kind of, like, help you from, like, nutting.
Put a vibrator. Put it in your. It's cute.
The panty one.
Jim,
America chose it.
That's what he's like.
Jimmy has butt plugs, so in different colors.
Nah.
What color are we going for today, sweetheart?
He has a red one for Valentine's Day. He's like, honey.
You know what time it is.
You ever gripped like the top though? Like kind of like choking the head? You ever do that?
Nah.
That stops it too.
Bro, like
Am I just weird because I-
sometimes it's like sometimes I'm like it's too early, but like you get to the climax and sometimes like you think about it way too late when you're kind of like already on the way down and you're like fuck. And then at that point, you just have to to pray to God that she gets something out of this next 3 seconds. I know
This guy's doing the
done it.
extra pound.
Yeah, you just be like, "Ah," and then she'll be like, whoa, and then I start cracking up. I start laughing.
I'm
right
done.
away. Yeah, she'll be like, why are you laughing? And I'll be like, you know why I'm laughing. I'm done. Like that's it. And then they want to hug and touch, and I'm like, I'm not a fucking. I don't like to snuggle after fucking.
Nah?
Nah, I like my space.
You're not a snuggler?
Because first of all, is snuggling is never beneficial for the man. First of all, we if we snuggle from the side,
arm.
we have the awkward fucking
Yeah.
sleeping arm shit. Like
Nah, bro. Yeah, I gotta get the pillow.
you have that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have.
What the fuck? Where'd you get a pillow at?
Bro, it was on like those stores where it's like shop we've
What-
seen on TV.
But you like those things?
Yeah.
So what does that do? Do you still you stick your arm through a pillow?
Through a hole
Yeah.
or something like that.
And it doesn't get numb.
I still don't like to sleep on my arm out like this.
So you don't feel it though.
And that's not really cuddling if you just have your arm through a pillow and you're not touching your woman.
I am touching because I'm
The
like
whole
hugging
part
her.
of it is so you can get a numb arm, and
Why would I want to get a numb
You that
arm?
warm.
you don't want to get the numb arm, but you're doing it as
I'm doing my other hand. Pow. I'm locking it in.
Nah, I'm not a snuggler unless like
Nah,
the
bro, I
only
don't
way,
got the pillow, bro. Why are you even going with
the
it?
only way I like to snuggle is like if I'm laying, because I sleep on my back, and then if my girl's like on top of me, and
What,
then
you make-
Like a chest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, like on my chest, like
That's
this,
the-
and
that's
I go
the
like,
best way.
and I go like. That's just the most I'll do, and then after that, I turn and I put my ass towards her, and I rip farts all night. Fucking.
Did she get annoyed of that?
I don't care. If she pisses me off, I fart in my hand and I throw it out.
That's fucked.
Do it all the time.
Jim, is that something you do?
Yo, absolutely not, bro. But,
You don't like crop dust and then leave the room?
sometimes.
This nigga
then-
does it in
and
the
then you-
elevator when we were at the fucking
Yo, for
casino.
real, dude.
Nasty nigga. He's always been like that, even since high school. He's never been embarrassed to just rip ass.
Yo, he's the first one in the elevator. He's like, come on, guys, get in. But he already farted like 30 times.
and then
so
he'll
we go
lead-
in there and
he'll
we just
lead
get
the group
smacked.
so he can fucking leave a trail. Nasty. And
Yo,
he
if you
waits-
see Jimmy doing like a lap, oh, that nigga's farting.
Hold on. Back to AC.
like at least warn niggas. I've eaten your farts before.
We're gonna talk. Are we gonna ignore the fact?
No, we didn't lose the car.
We're not gonna tell the viewers we couldn't find the car in the casino parking lot for like 20 minutes.
Because you bunch of fucking retards, that's why. I told you guys what floor it was on. And then
Yeah, we must. At one point, we were gonna separate everybody.
Everybody
take a
goes
floor.
to a floor and look for Darius's car.
Oh shoot!
How long we spent? That was a good like.
It was a good
hour.
20, 25 minutes. Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
it was a good, yeah.
And what did we have to do after that? Where
We were gonna go see. That's why we were late to Mike Tyson.
that's what it was. It was after the
Yeah.
dinner.
Yeah, after the dinner, and then we were gonna go to Pool After Dark to see.
First of all, we were going to this pool after dark, and the pants that I was wearing was probably worth more money than 80 or 90% of the people that were walking in there with their fucking outfits. And the guy looks at me, he's like, "You have a button?" I said, "No, you can't wear that or come inside."
you should have said yeah.
Yeah,
he gonna
he
do,
was gonna
pick
tell
up
me to
your
lift the
shirt?
thing because it was sweatpants. But I'm like, you don't know these shits was $450. And you worried about what the fuck I'm wearing. Nobody gives a fuck in there. Like people got H&M t-shirts. Like why are you telling me to it wasn't like pulled up with a hoodie and fucking Timbs. I had like nice sweats, like real nice sweats. And nice shoes, a black tee.
Mm-hmm.
He was
That's
upset
simple.
too because he didn't get to see Mike Tyson.
Oh, they had that way. Is we were late.
Yeah.
No, because he wouldn't have missed Mike Tyson because that was the first time around. Mike Tyson was probably still in there or he hadn't gotten there yet. It was when we came the second time that we were actually dressed.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, man, we lost the car.
It was shitty.
We finally found. Question for you guys. Do you guys believe in wrong place, wrong time?
I'm a firm believer that you control your destiny. So, no.
Of course you control your destiny.
I don't think that you. I don't really believe wrong place, wrong time. But I mean, in a way, you can't control your surroundings. So I think that's anywhere. So I mean, it's not really believing in it, but
Jim, why'd you
it
get
happens.
so serious?
I don't know. I mean, it happens. So I don't preach it, but there's nothing I can. I mean, I can't control. I can't control it. So I mean, it happens any way you believe it or not. I mean, it's something. It's not something that we can control. We can't control our surroundings. We can only control ourselves.
So you believe in wrong place, wrong time?
I believe that we can't control our surroundings. I mean, I guess.
So wrong place, wrong time.
But I'm not gonna say it. Like, it's not like, oh, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, no, it's just I can't control it. That's gonna be my first. That would be my first assessment of a situation. It wouldn't be oh yeah, man, what happened? I was just at the wrong place at the wrong. No, I mean, I can't control it.
What about you, Darius?
Yeah, I do think that there's situations that you are in the wrong place at the wrong time, right? I feel like you can minimize certain things at times, right? It's like let's say if I go out with my wife, right, and we're gonna go to a bar, for example. I'm not gonna take her to a bar in certain places because of certain situations that could possibly happen. I'm gonna take it to certain. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when, especially if you're going out with certain types of people, you know where to go. Or like, let's say you hang out with a person that when they drink a lot, they tend to get a little bit more aggressive. You might be like, okay, I might be careful where I take this person because certain stuff might happen with this person, so I'll minimize my chances of certain things happening. But then there's times that you can't control anything, right? There's times that you can go out somewhere and two people can be fighting and then somebody can pull out, God forbid, a gun or something and start shooting and you can get hit from it, right? There's situations like that and you were at the wrong place at the wrong time. But I feel like you can minimize certain situations, and I've learned,
like, not put yourself in opportunity.
Yeah, I don't put myself in harm's way. That's why there's certain things I just don't do in life. Like people say, oh, like, would you ever go skydiving? No, because I'm putting myself in harm's way. There's certain things that I avoid doing. Like I don't even like to fly. I'm not a fan of being on an airplane. And people are like, oh, you have a better chance of dying while in a car. I'm like, yeah, because we drive like every day, like. But something goes wrong in an airplane, like is like you have no fucking shot. So I don't know. I try to avoid certain things. Like I'll never go bungee jumping. I'll never do what's the shit that you put a hot air balloon? I think that's I would never do that. That's probably the scariest shit to me. Like I don't know. I avoid.
Y'all gotta live life, bro. Y'all gotta do it.
I could live life other ways.
Yeah,
I'll live life other ways. I don't like heights. First of all, I don't like certain.
So you're not like an adrenaline junkie.
Nah, not at all. Like whenever I watch those videos of those guys, those like little Russian guys that go up on top of a fucking building, and then they have the camera like on the corner of a building in the highest building in the world. My palms get sweaty, knees weak, arms get heavy.
There's vomit on your sweater already.
Mom spaghetti. Like, for real, I get nervous and I'm like, yo, why are you doing this for fucking likes? Like, what the fuck? My fingers is getting sweaty right now thinking about that shit. I don't like it. I know I'll fall.
What about that guy that they did a whole Netflix special that he was at a Dodgers game and that they had blamed him for murder and he did time, but that was all because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time?
I've never.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
no.
Oh, it's really good. I think it's called Wrong Place, Wrong Time.
Yeah. I think that there can be situations that you could really be in the wrong place or wrong time. You can be in front of a murder scene or something like or something like that, and now you have to go and testify on somebody that might be a killer, and you're like, fuck, I don't want to do this because now I have to be in protective custody for the rest of my life because I don't know what's gonna happen, and there's a lot of shit. But nothing good happens at night. That's why I'm always home. I hang out with my family, with my nephew. I play video games a lot. Just like to chill. Have my.
What do you play?
Huh? Call of Duty all day. The best in the world.
Who's the best one in this group right here?
I am 100%.
That's cap.
And there's no way you guys could disagree with that.
That's cap.
Jimmy, who's the best one out of all of us?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I am. Like anybody will tell you.
Yeah,
Ivan will tell you.
You are.
Naun will tell you. Josh will be trying to say shit. Sometimes he's like, "You're not as good as before." I'm like, "Nigga, I'm still better than all of us."
All right,
But-
so let me ask you a tougher question. Who's better, Naum or Jimmy?
Look at the KDs, bro. Chill.
No, it depends. I think Jimmy is a better. He's better at like slang, but Naum is better at like objective.
Yeah, because it's fucking gay. Standing corner and hard point, just laying down.
Well,
But
we
you gotta
need
get
that.
the hard
You need that for certain situations.
I mean, yeah, as if we play a squad, so we have people that sacrifice themselves to stay in the hard point, and you have others protecting him and killing the people around the hard point. So,
Carlos, what about you?
what I
Do you think there's a wrong place, wrong time?
Yeah, I do believe that. I do believe that you could be put in, well, not even put in a situation, but I just believe that you could just be, anywhere, and God forbid something happens. I mean, if you're walking down the street, there's a car accident, car comes straight at you, you die. Wrong place, wrong time. I mean, what are you gonna call it? Faith, destiny. This is how I'm supposed to.
Do you
meant
believe
to die is
But
getting
is that
run
really
over.
wrong place? You're walking down the sidewalk. You're not in the wrong place. You're walking down that sidewalk every day for the past 6 months.
But it's a possibility that
Yeah.
that person that was driving might have been drunk, and the fact that you were delayed at work for 2 seconds because your boss wanted to talk to you about something, and you didn't leave work at the right time, and then that person came out of work at a certain time, and you guys happened to meet at that exact time
Wrong
because
place.
of
So
wrong
you don't-
place, wrong time.
so you won't think that it was faith that your boss held you back for those 2 seconds. to
your
talk about
boss held you
something?
back so you can die.
Yeah, that's
That
What's the
was
purpose? What's the purpose?
that was his destiny. That was his role in your
his
life.
destiny was to get run over by a car.
I'm talking about the boss. That was his role in your life, to hold you back for 2 seconds to lead to your ultimate demise.
So you believe that people? Do you honestly believe that everything is scripted for you from the beginning to like when you're gonna die?
I mean, I think we have options, but
You have
Any-
options like how you want to die.
any option that you take is gonna lead to what's already written, in for your life. So I mean, it's obviously unless you go and you start taking drugs, or you go out there and you try to commit suicide or something like
Well,
that.
that's not wrong place, wrong time.
But if something were to happen, I don't think it's just wrong place at the wrong time. I think that's just how it was so destined to happen.
Wrong place, wrong time. That's what you just said.
I don't know. I don't.
You don't see it like that though.
No,
Like you just hear like, okay, so I guess because I took 10 minutes later at work and I walked across the street and I died, that was my destiny to die because I just was 10 minutes behind.
yeah. I mean, something you did cause you to be late. Whether you overslept on W4, whether you stayed up late and you overslept it, the next day, or you were just not going as fast as you normally do, or something like that. I mean, every day is different. Every time. I mean, as much as a routine that you try to have, you won't have a routine. So I mean, it's just what
All right,
happens.
So take it away from it being anything of death, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say you're at Rockefeller. You're watching the tree lit up, all that. If it's Christmas time,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're walking, and then your wife tells you, "Hey, let's take a picture right here."
Mm-hmm.
Take the picture, flat, clammy, right on your sweater. That's not wrong place, wrong time. I was destined to get spit at.
I mean, yeah. What did you take to go? What did you take to go to New York?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because that makes a second. Because you were 1 second late.
I'm not.
If you're 1 second, if you took the
Who
bus,
said I was late?
if you took the bus,
Nobody said I was late.
But listen, if you took the
But
bus,
nobody said I was late.
you wouldn't be there at that time.
What does it matter how I got there?
Of course, because
The
that
point is,
clammy
you're just
happened to be
walking.
there right there.
No, you're walking, right?
You said
could
you're
walk
taking a picture.
a little.
Hold on, you said you were taking a picture.
You're not listening to what I'm telling you. You're walking to go to the Rockefeller tree.
You
right?
didn't say that. You said you were already there.
Whatever.
And your
You're
wife
there,
says, take a
and
picture.
you can either take the picture closer, farther, more in the middle. But you were walking to a specific spot, but your wife says, "No, let's just take a picture right here."
Mm-hmm.
You take the picture, you get spit at.
Mm-hmm.
That's not wrong place, wrong time.
No, because she told you to take the picture right there, so you listen to her. I don't.
But you're
I don't
getting spit at.
believe- you're not getting spit at. The person is spitting, and it happens to land at you.
Wrong place, wrong time.
How?
Because even if I was a foot away and she told me, hey, let's take a picture here, that would have never happened.
Exactly. So it's not wrong place, wrong time. Because you
It
didn't
is,
decide to be
because
there. She told you to take a picture right there.
So wrong place, wrong time.
No,
It wasn't the right place, because if it was the right place, you would have not got spat on.
I don't know. I mean, you believe in it. I don't. I think that's just where to happen. I mean, what are the chances of you being right there to take the picture, and out of everybody in New York,
You
the
get
spit
clammy.
it lands on you? I mean, it's just
Darius, you don't think that's wrong place, wrong time?
I think so.
I don't believe in it. I mean, that's just me. I think it's just everything in our lives are destined to happen, whether we like it or not. Good things, bad things.
Like getting indicted.
Yeah. Yes. What are you gonna say? That's the wrong place, wrong time. I mean, he was president of our nation. Now look at him now.
So what they're trying to talk about is the former president, Donald Trump, one of the best presidents that we ever had gotten indicted in New York City. So I'm gonna read to you guys what CNN has here on their website. So it says,
Some notes.
listen in, buddy.
Trump.
Former President Donald Trump faces more than 30 counts related to business fraud in a Thursday indictment from a Manhattan grand jury, according to the sources. It's the first time in U.S. history that a current or former president has been criminally charged. The indictment was filed under seal, and charges are not yet public. Trump is expected to appear in court Tuesday afternoon for his arraignment. Sources tell CNN Trump's attorney said that the former president will absolutely voluntarily surrender to New York law enforcement and plans to file a substantial legal challenges. The Manhattan District Attorney Office has been investigating the former president in connections with his alleged role in a hush money payment scheme and cover-up involving adult film star Stormy Daniels' whore that dates to 2016 presidential election.
So why they gotta bring that now though?
Why?
Like
are they
why
bringing that up?
why do they gotta find a fucking reason? Like that is annoying. Like every single time, like God forbid, fucking shooting in Nashville, but no, let's fucking indict this motherfucker. Like that shit just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what was. I mean, guess because we get a new president in, I don't know, like in a year or something. But I mean, it could be strategic by the Democratic Party not for him to get nominated or anything like that.
What do you think, Jim?
I think that it's just the power of the media. The media wants to control everything, and with the shooter and stuff, it kind of threw everybody. I mean, I don't know. Hear me out here for a bit, right? The media's been trying to push a lot of the LBGYN or whatever community.
LBGTQ.
Yeah, the whole acronym. I'm sorry, I don't know it. Don't want to offend anybody, but
Well, you should know it.
the media has been trying to portray everything and have all these equal rights and do all this stuff, and they're trying to make it a big thing. And then we have a transgender shooting up a Christian school. And then now everybody's like, hey, I mean, now look, I mean, it's human, but somebody from that community, I think maybe because the media, I mean, I don't know, I might be completely wrong, but maybe the media was like, hey, you know what, this kind of hurts what we're trying to do, what we're trying to portray into the school systems and stuff like that. Let's make something big, and the biggest fish that we can fry right now is this man. So let's put this right back to back.
I
Yeah, but
feel
that's
like
fucked up.
I feel like that with the whole Donald Trump situation. I feel like what's going on is like Jimmy was saying with the media. If they don't want something, like they try to manipulate the population. They try to say, because I feel like this whole Stormy Daniels things happened in 2016. This happened 7 years ago,
Yep.
and now it's popping up. Why is it popping up? Because the elections are coming up soon. Donald Trump said that he wanted to run for the elections, and I think that they know that he has a chance of winning, and Donald Trump talks.
100%.
Yeah, they know that he has a chance of winning, especially because we had such a shitty president.
Because Biden's
Now,
not doing shit.
like, I don't know what the fuck this guy is doing. And we have such a shitty president now that it's in a situation that it's like maybe they're trying to kind of maneuver, like, how can we avoid this guy running for president, because they're probably scared of what he can possibly say. So I don't know. I feel like they kind of know when to start releasing certain things, because this could have been something that they could have brought up when he first ran for elections. So sometimes you have to kind of think outside of the box. It's like, why is it that they keep picking, like, there's always something popping up with Donald Trump. There's always something new. And then, like, on the ride over here, I was just thinking, I was like, yo, what is it that they know, or what is it that they're trying to do that they're not telling us, right? Because I always feel like there's an agenda behind everything that the media does and stuff like that. So
I always think too that I think that there's people out there, like in the, like they call it the private sector, that are really running the country and have the president as like a puppet.
except for Donald Trump.
Except for Donald Trump, because Donald Trump didn't take shit.
That's why they deleted his Twitter back in the day. They did a lot of shit. And I was actually there's certain things that I didn't like about him, especially in the beginning.
He was very raw.
He was very raw. And I was watching a video today of like what they were saying, that they were like, when he was being elected, they were like, make America great again, right? That was his whole big thing. And then as an African American or a Hispanic person, when was America great for those types of people? Because nowadays we have more freedom and more what's the word? It's like we're more even, not even, I would say, but we're more like on like even playing grounds as a whole nation than ever before. So when was America great to a black person or a Hispanic person than more than now? You get what I'm saying? So I think.
So you didn't agree much with the slogan?
I didn't like the slogan, like "Make America Great." There's probably certain things back in the day that was great about America. I can't really tell you what specifically, because it was when I was younger, and I got more into politics when he actually started running. But I wouldn't say that America was ever great in a sense.
But I guess, I mean, I personally wouldn't take it more as like a Hispanic thing or like a African American thing. I would take it more like financially, like where United States stands as like a powerhouse, right? Because we're not the powerhouse anymore. I mean, like we even spoke about it before. Our dollar value is going down. Everybody else is going up. So that's what I kind of got, I guess that's my take on how he referred to making America great again. Because before we used to be the powerhouse, right? It used to be nobody fuck with the United States.
Yeah.
Now we get fucking ping pong back and forth because Biden's a pussy.
And we're in debt. We're like trillions of dollars.
But
you think
we've always been in debt.
But you think that Putin would have done all the shit that he's doing right now if Trump was still president?
I don't think.
No.
But I think what hurt Trump was the slogan and then the wall. As Hispanics, I mean, especially immigrants, that came to our country, the wall was what a lot of Hispanics, especially from, South America, North America, took that real to the heart. I mean, obviously the wall never got finished. I mean, and all that stuff. But I think that, and Trump's followers, some of them were just ignorant in what they said, and used that. They were really radical and make America great again, and then say, "Oh, the wall, get all these people out of here. They don't belong here." And that was just very ignorant, and that's what a lot of people took from the Trump presidency.
Yeah, like what Carlos was saying with the whole situation. That does make sense what you're saying in regards to there are certain things that was great about America back in the day, like currency wise and stuff like that. Because
that's how I took it, like financial, like power, like.
But I feel like that should have been explained, right? I don't think it's something that should be out for discussion, especially when people are sitting there saying like, oh, this guy's racist and this and this and that. And I never understood the whole racist thing because everybody loved Trump before he actually started running for president. Because when he used to have his TV show and stuff like that, everybody kind of fucked with him, right? But I think that
everybody liked the way he was, like no fucks given.
I think that what happened was a lot of people that supported him were racist, and it took him a long time to even denounce the KKK that was behind him, right? But they were probably giving him a whole bunch of money, and it was just like, you're in a situation. It's like, yo, I'm gonna denounce these people, but I might lose millions of dollars. But it's part of politics. Like you got to know. You got to know what to do at the right time and stuff like that. But even just recently, like not Russia, but China and Brazil are not accepting the U.S. dollar anymore. And you talking about the money and like how I feel like a lot of countries are kind of moving away from us, and we used to be a powerhouse.
Yeah, like everybody wanted to mess with the dollars. Yeah,
the dollar used to mean so much. We used to go to a different country, and a dollar used to be worth $100 in another country, and it was, it's just scary to me what's going on right now. Like I don't know what's gonna happen to our economy. Like if we're gonna have to, if it's gonna be in a situation that maybe crypto and Ethereum and these things are going to probably be worth more money now in the future because our US dollar is going to go to shits. Like it's just scary. Like what do I do with my money? People have thousands of dollars in the bank. Like what's going to happen if your money just is not worth anything? It's going to cost you $20 or $30 to buy a loaf of bread, So it's a scary situation because I feel like things start to, like other countries might see China and Brazil and be like, oh, y'all don't need America. Maybe we don't need America either. You get what I'm saying? It might be a trend. And then who knows? Who knows what happens to America? I still think America is still one of the more powerful countries. But I feel like if you put our backs against the wall right away, we're going to be like, oh, y'all don't want to accept this? Okay, we're going to go to war. And this is going to cause a war. And I feel like it's something that's just going to be bound to happen because that's what America is. Like, when a lot of people were saying, like, that whole 9/11 when we went to Afghanistan and stuff like that, I feel like that a lot of that shit had to do with the oils that we wanted to go over there and get.
I agree with that.
So, we're like, y'all don't want to give it to us? We're going to go and fucking take it. So, it's just scary times. We don't know what's gonna happen. So
Jimmy mentioned the shooting in Nashville, but very quick, and I know that we can go like deep.
Oh, I got it.
But so this whole Nashville schools things happened or whatever, and then there was this post that was like saying that, oh, if you voted, Republican, we don't want to hear your words of like condolences and stuff like that because you guys believe in the Second Amendment and stuff like that, and blah, 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 blah. They should have stricter, laws against guns, which I agree. It shouldn't be so open like that. But I guess ultimately my question to you guys is, do you guys blame laws that are out right now on the school shootings? Like the access someone has, it's the law's fault because they have access to guns. If that makes sense.
I think the laws need to be tweaked. It's only a matter of time that I mean, as lawmakers, they need to do something. Something needs to be done ASAP. And I think that schools all around the world should have a lot more security. If you have you go to clinics like medical clinics, you have a security guard there. Yeah. Why can't you have one at a school?
Well, they do.
Yeah. Like,
but are they armed?
Trained security? Like, you have security guys at banks with guns, and you mean to tell me money is more important than lives? I mean, when is it enough? Like, how many children are not going to see their parents? How many parents are not going to see their kids? I mean,
but do you blame the law?
Yeah, the law needs to be tweaked. It needs to be changed. I'm not saying.
What does the
make
law?
Them strict or make guns? Not everybody should be able to get a gun that easy.
I had a feeling, but my thing is, so there are laws right in place. You got to be 18 or older. You got to wait a certain time before you get the gun and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. Right? As easy as someone can walk into any store and buy a gun, it's as easy as getting one illegally. So what does the law have anything to do with a kid getting a gun and going to shoot a school?
It's easy. You could show.
It doesn't matter. They can get it legally.
It's easier for them to get it at a Walmart than it is to get it illegally. Who do you know sells an illegal gun?
Well, if you ask the right questions to the right people, then
Yeah, how long is it going to take you to get to the right people?
Okay, but my question is, do you blame the kid's mentality to go into a school to go shoot based on a law?
Yeah, because the people that are shooting the schools are your average Joe kids, people that have been bullied,
Okay.
people that have been
So it's the law's fault that the kid has a mentality to go into a school and kill people.
I feel like the law needs to be changed.
It's not the parents' fault.
No, it's not the parents' fault.
Sometimes it's not the parent.
The parent has nothing to do with
Okay,
with the
so
kid.
example, the Combine shooting,
Mhm.
right? How did you not know your kid was capable of doing this? How did you not know this and that? And what was the one thing that they said? Oh, I never would have thought. I never went to his room. Like, you don't think that a person, the way they're being brought up or the attention that they're giving is going to go into that type of like factor, whether, you know, they don't get love or whatever and they want to go and shoot a school because they're not being parented?
No, I think
Okay, so why don't you see Hispanics getting a gun and shooting the places?
because Hispanic parenting is a lot different than white parenting.
And we have had a Hispanic that went to
Shoot
school
people.
and
If you're counting Nicholas Cruz, I don't really consider him Hispanic.
what is he then?
I mean, he is Hispanic, but he was brought up mainly white. Like his mother wasn't around, his dad wasn't around.
So in my opinion, I don't agree with Jimmy is saying that I wouldn't. I mean, I would tweak the laws a little bit, make it a little bit more difficult. I wouldn't think that people shouldn't have guns because what's going to end up happening is like what I feel like eventually is going to happen is that what they're going to say is like people just can't have guns, right? And then it's just going to give the government more power on people. It's just going to say, oh, okay, we can do this with this. We're going to continue doing this. We're going to set more laws and more laws and more laws to the point that we're not going to have any freedom to do anything that we want.
Yeah.
We don't already have freedom with what we have on the internet. You text somebody, you email somebody, you send a DM on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that. It can be seen by a police officer or an investigator or anything like that. We're not like you talk on the phone, it can be recorded and you don't even know. You get what I'm saying? So now you're telling somebody like, oh, we're gonna put more laws on us. It's at what point do we say like enough is enough?
But what does the law is not going to control how you parent your kid?
No, it's not going to control how you parent your kid. But what I think that they should
then
do with schools is they should have deterrence, right? So I used to work. I know a lot about this because I used to work I used to be a supervisor for a security company for a lot of Jewish schools, and because they have a lot of issues with terrorist threats and stuff like that, and they have a lot of armed securities that work for the schools. We have a lot of armed securities. We used to have cameras all around the school. We used to have guys walking around the schools. If we saw anybody being suspicious or anything like that, we would approach them, talk to them, have radios, communicate. If there was anything that we saw out of the ordinary, we'll take pictures, we'll send it to a group chat. Everybody will know a certain person's face. If you see that person again, we'll call police. This is what schools should do. But I think that they try to save money on certain situations or they don't have the right budget for certain situations that they don't see as priority. You live in a certain school, a public school in a good area, and you're like, this might never happen here, right? And that's how a lot of their mentalities are. But I feel like if they do say like every school needs armed security, every school needs this and this and that, then certain situations like that can be deterred. I think the big thing is deterrence.
Well, that stuff goes back to the laws. Growing up, when we were in elementary school, we didn't hear about school shootings. We were in high school. We barely heard about school shootings.
That's another thing, though. What I want
Right now.
Yeah, because parents don't parent the same way our parents used to parent.
But do you think that I have a question for you guys? Do you think that a lot of these kids that are doing this kind of want to become a little bit famous or want people to know? So
no, they want the attention
exactly
because they're not getting the attention.
So what I always thought
bad
about
parenting.
I always thought about this. I was like, what if they stop putting that out there? I can guarantee, like, let's say if this person killed somebody and they're like, I've seen like videos of people going on Facebook Live and saying, oh, I'm gonna kill this person, and then it goes all over social media and they become famous and all this stuff. What if we just stop like putting light to these people that are killing all these people and all this stuff? Stop putting so much light to it, and then people won't see it as a way to say like, oh, I'm gonna get attention off of this, or I'm gonna become popular, or this off of this. Because I feel like a lot of those killings come from that. I feel like a lot of these killings come from these people that want attention, and they do certain things, and it's like, oh, this person killed 10 people, I'm gonna try to go kill 20. I want to have the most kills ever in a school or something like that. I feel like it falls down to that a lot too.
So you're 15 years old. Who gives you the most attention when you're 15 years old?
Your friends.
It depends. I feel like that's just not an excuse to just blame it on parents, because there's kids that have shitty parents. There's kids that live in the hood. Their parents are never home because they have to work a 9 to 5 and maybe have a second job because their parents are not. Their dad is not in their lives. They don't know where their dad is. The mom is barely home, and they're not out there shooting and killing fucking innocent children in schools. I don't only necessarily blame it on the parent. Like, yeah, you need to give your kids.
So you blame it on the law too, then?
I don't necessarily blame it on the law. I think that there should be
a balance.
I don't think that there should be a law against how people get guns. I think that it should just be more than, oh, you have an ID and shit like that. I think it should be more. I think you should have a background check and make sure that you are mentally
psychological
good.
test.
Which
and
they
background check.
They do background checks. They do
not everywhere.
No, not everywhere.
Not everywhere. Over here in New Jersey, we got to go through background checks. It was.
I do agree on the psychological.
They should do a background check, psychological check, to make sure that the person is stable before they're able to have a gun.
Even those psychological tests are not that easy to pass.
But at least you can say, you did everything. You did everything in your power.
I guess I'm not worthy to have a gun.
As the law, you did everything in your power to say, you know what, I know that this guy, and you said so that the government sees everything on the. So if somebody's posting something, I'm going to kill somebody, there should be an officer in your house in the next 20 minutes to question that. Why is your son posting that? Why? Well, I want to speak to the person posting that. The government should have a department specializing in going through the internet, going through everything, and finding these posts, because there's people that there's been history that they're posting it on Facebook. I'm so alone. I'm hurt. I'm depressed. Blah blah blah, and kind of flag it, and follow that person, follow their activity. They should have that. We have the resources to do that, but no, they want to go and say, oh, this guy created a fake GoFundMe and took the money.
Let's give Ukraine billions of dollars with a problem that's not even ours. Instead of arming schools, getting teachers prepared, and preparing for the worst.
I think that if they had, every school had to have proper security, armed security, and cameras set in place. Like, you're not allowed to even open the school. They had a certain budget every year because if you got all this fucking money to give people when they're unemployed and people that don't want to work and all these other things, you can give money to keep your kids safe, and I guarantee that nobody will complain like, oh, my money is going to this. Put the money towards these kids, these innocent children that are in schools, these teachers that are underpaid and are risking their lives every day to take care of another man or other woman's child, and put it in place to take care of those people. They don't deserve that stuff.
I agree. When we were in school, what was the code? Like 504, lock the door and stay away from the windows. What is that going to do now? That was the code, right? When there's an intruder was there, they would go 504. They lock the doors. Everybody stay away from the window and hide like in the closet.
And I was watching a Dave Chappelle. I'm pretty sure it was Dave Chappelle's skit that he was saying, like, he was like, God, I don't want to even quote, but I think it was Dave Chappelle that he was saying, isn't the motherfucker, most of the time that there's a school shooter and stuff like that, it's somebody that's from the school, right? And he was like saying that the shooters can probably be in the class. He's like, where are we supposed to go again? like you're giving the information to this fucking shooter, like, to this shooter, that it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, I know what the drill is.
I know what the drill is. I know where these kids are going and all this stuff.
One Tree Hill, there's an episode where there's a school shooter.
I don't want to be
There's a school shooter, and he's in the school, and he starts shooting people because he was bullied in school. And then there's a line that the mayor of the town asked the principal, why are there no metal detectors? And the principal's response was, hey, the town council, which you are on, voted against that because it portrayed an unsafe environment. How many town councils have voted against school metal detectors because it portrays the town being unsafe or bad for their image?
It is true. If you went like, let's say you're gonna take Elizabeth to like a new school, right? Let's say you moved, you guys bought a house, whatever, or you were gonna buy a house, and you're like, you know what, I want to check the schools out, and then you go to the school, the elementary school, and there's metal detectors. You're gonna be like, this looks ghetto.
This some hood shit.
Yeah, this is some hood shit, and that's a mentality. Like, but what they could do is make the metal detectors look more like. It
Like
shouldn't just be
frame.
like a box like that, but they can make it look nicer. Like they can make it look more modern, or disguise it, and then I think that would make more sense. What he's saying, but I feel like if it's just like one box like this and then you walk through it, that shit, I would even be like, yo, where are my kids going? I don't want my kids going to some hood shit. That
at the end of the day, you would do that research before you buy a house into a town and check the school stuff and do all that stuff. So I mean,
it's always a school. It's
Never
always
at the wrong place at the wrong time with Jim.
You do that though, like
in the hood, you probably might be less likely to fucking get in a school shooting because one of them little kids probably got a gun in there too. Be like, where's the killer at?
I got pat. But I mean, we left it open to you guys. We want to hear what you guys think. I mean, we definitely talked about some topics here, so very interested on the feedback. Fellas, any last words before we close out?
Miss you guys. Excited to be back. We're gonna do this again next week, so topics gonna be flowing. NFL draft coming up, and all that stuff. So we'll talk about that. But I'm excited to be back.
There's
me. Thank you guys. Zibbity doop that. Scooby doop.
all right. Well, make sure you follow us on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, and on Spotify as well. Make sure you guys watch the episode and give us a rating. Ratings will help tremendously. With that being said, peace.